Kia ora rawa tu koutou katoa. You're watching Warranted Fitness, the show that checks under your bonnet. You may remember an episode that we had on diabetes. Well, tonight we meet Ruia Harris, and although she doesn't have all of the typical risk factors for diabetes, she does have a whānau history. Let's watch as she learns how to make lifestyle changes to cater to her new illness. And remember, these are lifestyle changes that you can incorporate whether you have diabetes or not.
Ready?
Te mate hoka, tūturu he tūmomo mate repe. Kai roti tō puku te tahi repe, tōne unga ko te pancreas. E ka ngoi kore haere tēnei repe, ka tahi kararu. Ko te mea ka puta mai tēnei repe, ko te insulin. Te mahi o te insulin, e whakakaha nei ko wera atu wāhanga o te tinana kia haere.
Hi, my name is Ruia and I have diabetes, and I have an ultimate plan and a goal to achieve in my life, or what is left of my life. I plan on avoiding medication for diabetes, and it's an everyday and ongoing situation for me. Every day is new. I have to do a checklist every time I open my eyes, and when I go to sleep I also have to do a check there in preparation for the next day. I was an athletic person. I was always active, I was always involved in sports. My lifestyle, even with having children, was always active. We were always out and about, and when that changed, our lives changed at the death of my husband, and so I relocated to a rural area. From there, we were closer to the sea. We used to eat kaimoana, fed as much as what we could off the land, but even then I would began to really feel frail in my health, to the point where I decided to go and try alternative medicines. I never liked doctors. I don't like taking medications. I don't like taking pills. I always put it off when it meant having to approach a doctor to get some confirmation. But this time I wanted to really know what it was.
Te kōrero wete o aku tūroro kari te pai. Kare mōhio hea taku raru, engari mōhio tonu au kari te pai. Mai tērā kōrero ka timatau te pātaitai nei, te āta tiro i ngā raru. Mehe mea ka āwangawanga nei tetahi tangata mō ēnei tū mō mate ka tika me haere ki te tākuta.
The doctor advised me to do some blood tests, just standard registration tests, and when we received the results, she said she had bad news for me, and for me it wasn't bad news, it was just confirmation of something that over a period of time I suspected all was not well.
You're at risk of diabetes if you're overweight, if you eat too much fatty food, if you eat too much sugary food, and if your activity levels are too low. In Ruia's case, she didn't really have any of these factors, but she does have a strong whānau history of diabetes, which is another very important risk factor.
One of my parents' family has a high rate of heart disease and diabetes, and it just confirmed that I was not genetically exempt. And I know this because I don't fit the normal criteria for a diabetic. I'm not obese, I'm not overweight, I'm just your normal. I have the normal weight for my height. I walk a lot, but I just am not as active as what I used to be. I had a lot of problems financially. The adjustment from rural to city living, the change was just traumatic physically, more so than what I understood, until my body started to ail.
Ka taia te karo I tēnei tūmomo mate, I nā ka au koe ki tēnei kaupapa kia kai hauora, kia korikori tinana, kia tika nei āhuatanga katoa. Taku mōhio ka tae e wetahi tāngata. Kare tae e te katoa, hoi anō. Ka tika tērā hei timatanga. Kia kōrero hia heha nā kai hauora, heha nā korikori tinana hei whakaora I te tangata. Ko nā hua rākau, nā hua whenua, me te miti, ko te kai kino nei, ko te henu, me te huka. Pēnei taku kōrero, kia mutu te kai I nā inu, I nā waireka. Kawe timata mai te inu I te waireka Diet Coke. He mau taima tērā. Ko te raru o te Diet Coke, kei te pirangi tonu te e koe, te reka. Me mutu tērā, me inu koe te wai Māori. Ka ora hoki koe I te wai Māori. So, taku mōhio, hanatu tērā Diet Coke ki waho.
When I was initially diagnosed, the blood counts, I'm high, or what the doctor has said is just high. It's not critical, and has given me the option of controlling the diabetes using diet. As yet hasn't agreed to alternative healing methods, but to try through diet. Of which she then recommended I make an appointment to see a nutritionist. My physical condition is demanding that I change my diet from what it has been.
The most common symptoms of diabetes are an increased thirst, which Ruya had, increased tiredness and lethargy and feeling with no energy, an increased need to go for a mimi, and also hake which won't heal. And remember, kai is one of the most important ways of preventing and dealing with diabetes. Coming up, we help Ruya kickstart her new diet.